Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and kids of every age who manage to stay awake past bedtime. Welcome to the 2025 Wesley Brown Christmas Special. Yeah, you heard me. Christmas magic, tech nostalgia, and 4 legendary voices all crammed into one holiday package. You're in for something fun. Tonight's special is hosted by 4 figures who've shaped the world for countless blind and visually impaired folks. Voices you've probably heard more times than your own voicemail. Greeting. First up, Samantha Meadows. Introduced with the iPhone 4S back on October 11th, 2011. The original Siri, the blueprint, the queen of How Can I Help You? Then we've got Reed McClain, the iconic robotic voice of Jaws. If you've ever used a screen reader, odds are Reed has yelled at you, guided you, or saved your sanity, sometimes all in the same hour. Oh, and he's also known for carrying Stephen Hawking's voice. No pressure. Next is Paul Goodman, the current voice of the emergency alert system since 2016. The man who can make "This is a test" sound like the gates of heaven or the end of the world depending on the day. He's also part of NVDA's voice roster, guiding users through the digital universe. And finally, and trust me, this man needs no introduction, Tom Rogers, former voice of the EAS from 2003 to 2016, hailed as the greatest to ever do it. A rapper, a powerhouse, and one of NVDA's most recognizable voices, the GOAT himself. If microphones had a Hall of Fame, he'd have his own wing. These 4 legends are going to introduce themselves, drop some fun facts, and talk about Wesley's all-time favorite Christmas song, Little Drummer Boy. It's wholesome, it's classic, and yes, someone's probably going to make a drum pun. I'm just warning you. So let's not drag this out. Sit back, relax, grab your hot cocoa, soak in the nostalgia, and enjoy the show. Merry Christmas Eve, everybody.
Good evening, everyone. And yes, before anybody says it, ladies first. I insist. It's the rule, right? I didn't make it, I just happily benefit from it. For those who somehow don't know me, my name is Samantha Meadows. I was born on September 27, 1982, and I call the Sunshine State home, Jacksonville, Florida to be exact. I've been around a long time in the tech world. Long enough to remember when phones still had buttons and people said things like, "What's a touchscreen?" Simpler times. I became part of Apple's history back in 2011, when the iPhone 4S launched. Yep, that moment. The world heard the very first version of Siri, and that was me. My voice was recorded long before Siri was even announced, but once Apple flipped the switch, suddenly my voice was inside millions of pockets. Wild, right? And Wesley? Oh, he picked me day one. Loyal from the start. I was his voiceover companion on the iPhone 4S, then the iPhone 7, and yes, I know, he switched to Reed on his iPhone 13 Pro. I'm not bitter, okay, maybe I teased him a little. But he still keeps me on his iPad Air too, and honestly, that thing has been through battles. And it still works to this day. It's got 1,000 songs on it and everything. Talk about the greatness of iTunes gift cards. Lol. I'm honored to still guide it through life. Now, a lot of people forget this, but I actually come in 2 flavors. There's my robotic voice, the classic, slightly crunchy version that sounds like I eat electricity for breakfast, and then there's my enhanced voice, the smoother, fuller one that sounds like I finally started drinking water and getting enough sleep. Here, let me show you. Hello, I am Samantha. This is my classic synthesis mode. Please enjoy responsibly. And this, of course, is the enhanced version. Same Samantha, just with way better audio quality. Now, enough about me, let me shine a spotlight on the gentleman joining me tonight. First up is Reed McClain, the legendary robotic voice from Jaws. If there's a visually impaired person somewhere trying to navigate a website and yelling why does this button not work, Reed has probably been the one reading it to them. And he's also tied to Stephen Hawking's voice. No big deal, just one of the most brilliant minds in history. Next, we have Paul Goodman, the current voice of the emergency alert system since 2016. Paul is the guy who can scare you, inform you, and soothe you all in the same sentence. He's everywhere: radios, TVs, weather alerts, NVDA, you name it. And lastly, the man, the myth, the microphone destroyer himself, Tom Rogers. Former East voice from 2003 to 2016, rapper, iconic NVDA voice, and widely considered the greatest to ever do it. If vocal cords had a Mount Rushmore, he'd be front and center. So, ladies and gentlemen, kids of all ages, settle in. We're just getting started.
Thank you, Samantha. Very polite of you. And don't worry, your enhanced voice sounds just fine. I'm not here to start any voice synth wars tonight. Good evening, everyone. My name is Reed McLean, though some folks know me by a different title, Eloquence. That's the software family I come from, the one that's been powering screen readers and saving people from badly designed websites since, well, forever. Now, Samantha teased it earlier, so let me make it official. Wesley and I go way back. Day 1. First computer. Then on the iPhone 13 Pro, when Eloquence was launched on iOS 16, back in 2022. The guy locked onto my voice like it was destiny. And unlike certain people who get swapped out for someone else every time a new device drops, Samantha, Wesley has never stopped using me. Not once. Loyalty like that is rare. Beautiful, even. If I had tear ducts, one might have escaped just now. If you watched his 27th birthday special on September 30th, 2025, you already know he talked about it. He said, and I'm paraphrasing here, that choosing me was one of the best decisions he ever made. I try not to let that go to my head, but come on, I'm allowed a little pride. I'm a text-to-speech voice, not a monk. Now, for those unfamiliar with the full Eloquence family, we're not a one-voice show. Oh no, we come in a variety pack. There's Bullet Me, Reed, the classic, the original. Eddie, who sounds like me after someone turned the bass down. Flo, who basically sounds like she's constantly judging your spelling. Grandma, sweet but with built-in back-in-my-day energy. Grandpa, who sounds like he's about to tell you a story, whether you asked or not. Rocco, the deepest voice we've got. Seriously, if thunder could talk, it'd sound like him. Sandy, cheerful enough to make error messages feel less painful. Shelby, smooth and friendly, like someone trying to sell you a subscription service you'll probably buy. Those voices all trace back to me. I'm the blueprint. The source code with a personality. So, with that said, I'm glad to be here tonight. And Samantha, thanks again for kicking things off. I'll try not to break the internet with my charm. I'll turn it over to Paul.
Thanks, Reed. Always a pleasure to follow the guy who somehow sounds like a fax machine and a stand-up comedian had a baby. Good evening, everyone. My name is Paul Goodman, born on September 16, 1976, right in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. A solid Midwestern start to life. When I was just a baby in '77, my family moved over to Iowa City, and that's where I grew up. Beautiful place, quiet, steady, friendly. The kind of place where everybody waves to you even if they don't know who you are, and if they do know you, well, then you're waving for 5 minutes straight. Being from the Midwest definitely shaped the way I talk. People say I have this calm, gentle tone, like I'm always 2 breaths away from telling you everything is going to be okay. Maybe that's why folks say my voice is too relaxed for emergency alerts. I've heard it all. Paul sounds like he's reading Twitter retweets. Paul sounds like he's narrating a weather alert from a hammock. Paul could announce the apocalypse and still sound like he's doing a guided meditation. And honestly, I'll take it. Because if someone has to deliver stressful news, I'd rather be the guy who doesn't make you panic harder. But long before I ever got behind a microphone, I was behind the wheel. Starting in 2000, I became a truck driver, and that job became my life for the next 17 years. I saw more of the country through a windshield than most people will in their lifetimes. Empty deserts at sunrise. Snowstorms in Nebraska that made me question every decision I'd ever made. The smell of Wyoming right after it rains. The weird, wonderful, questionable food at 2 a.m. truck stops. I lived it all. Driving gave me perspective. Time to think. Time to breathe. Time to appreciate silence and small moments. Maybe that's part of why I sound the way I do. You spend long nights alone on the road. You learn to speak soft, slow, and steady. But in 2016, everything changed. I got the call. I had been selected as the new voice of the emergency alert system. I didn't believe it at first. I thought someone was messing with me. But it was real. Suddenly, my voice was going to be the one millions of people heard when things got serious. It was an honor. A big responsibility. And honestly, it scared me a little, but I accepted. And by 2017, I retired from trucking and stepped full-time into the world of voice work. I traded in 18 wheels for one microphone. Since then, I've had fans, critics, and people who have absolutely no idea who I am until the TV scares them awake at 3 a.m. Some love me, some hate me. It's all part of the job. But I've always believed this: as long as I help even one person stay calm during a tough moment, I've done what I'm supposed to do. Now, let me talk about Wesley for a second. He's never used my voice on his iPhone, his iPad, his computer, nothing. And you know what? That's okay. I don't take it personally. The guy knows what he likes. He's loyal to his favorites. And I respect that. In fact, I respect him a lot. Because he has this philosophy, something he says all the time, something I've started repeating to people whenever I can. Cherish your number, no matter how old you are. Value that age while you're living it. And let me tell you, that hit home for me. I'm 49 years old, staring down the final year of my 40s. And am I clinging to it a little? Oh yeah. Absolutely. I'm hanging on to 49 with both hands until September 16, 2026, at exactly 9:49 p.m. Central Standard Time. That exact minute, is when I officially turn 50. Do I look forward to it? Sure. It's a blessing to reach any age. And that clock strikes 9:49, I'll welcome with open arms. But right now, I'm enjoying the heck out of being 49. I'm living it like a golden anniversary. Now, shifting gears for a second, I want to talk about something that ties me and Wesley together in a really sweet way. Little Drummer Boy, he loves that song. And honestly, so do I, always have. It's one of those Christmas songs that doesn't need flashy lyrics or big arrangements. It's just a kid with a drum showing up with the only gift he has. He's not trying to impress anyone. He's not trying to outshine anybody, he just gives what he can. There's a purity to it. A humility. A sincerity. Every time that Pa-Rum Papa Pum comes in, it hits this nostalgic, peaceful spot on my chest. It reminds me of being a kid at Christmas in Iowa, cold weather outside, warm lights on the tree, my mom singing along in the kitchen. It's simple, it's heartfelt, it's timeless. If there's any song that captures the spirit of giving, it's that one. And I'll tell you what, every time that song plays, I think about how the little drummer boy didn't have much, but he still gave everything he had. That's kind of how I try to approach my job. Even in emergencies, even in calm moments, even when people make memes about my voice, I give what I can. I show up. I do what I'm meant to do. So, yeah. Little Drummer Boy isn't just a Christmas song for me, it's a reminder of why I speak the way I speak, why I work the way I work, and why I try to stay steady, even when the world isn't. Anyway, that's enough rambling from this Midwestern narrator. Let's keep this show rolling. Merry Christmas Eve, everybody.
All right. I guess it's my turn. Thanks, Paul. And Reed, Samantha, y'all did great. Now, let me step up to this mic one more time. Good evening, everyone. My name is Thomas Camden Rogers III, but most people don't call me all that unless I'm in trouble. You probably know me as Tom Rogers, T-Rod, TCR3, or if you're deep into EAS stuff, well, some folks call me the GOAT. Not my words. That's the internet talking. But hey, I'll take it. I was born in Greenville, South Carolina on June 12, 1972. Raised there until I was 10. Then in 1982, my family moved down to Mobile, Alabama, and that's where I grew up, built my life, and spent the rest of it. And people always say the same thing when they meet me. Tom, weren't you raised in the South? How do you not have an accent? Listen, I don't know, I must have missed the accent distribution day. Everybody around me had one. I just never picked it up. I guess my voice was saving itself for something else. Now, a lot of folks know me for my run as the voice of the emergency alert system from October 2003 to October 2016. That's 13 years of warnings, watches, advisories, and making people spit out their coffee at 3 a.m. It was an honor. Truly, and yes, I helped train Paul back in 2016. The man showed up, eager, ready to learn, asking questions, taking notes. I walked him through the pacing, the tone, the technique, the responsibility behind the job. I didn't want a copy of me. I wanted him to find his style, and he did. He ran with it. I'm proud of him. Now let me tell you the real reason I retired, because people still ask. The National Weather Service announced that my voice would be phased out because the text-to-speech tech I used was too old to run on newer broadcast systems. It just couldn't keep up with the new hardware. My software didn't talk to the new machines. And look, I'm not gonna lie, I was disappointed. It stung a little. But bitter? No. Not for a second. Because the microphone never left me, not really. I always had rap. Over the last 30 years, from 1995 to 2025, I put out 13 studio albums, and 12 of them hit #1 back-to-back. That's not something I take lightly. Music kept me alive long after the alerts stopped rolling in. Rap became my second voice when the first one got retired. Now Wesley, he's used my voice from time to time. He'll swap over to me on the iPhone or iPad when he's in the mood. But between you and me, those mobile versions, they're not the same. Not like the PC versions were, not like the real deal. And that brings me to this little tour of the Tom Rogers multiverse, because apparently I exist in 3 different forms. 1, nuance, Tom. The cleaner, smoother, modern version. Some people use this one for mock AAS scenarios sometimes. It's polished, it's slower, it's friendly, it behaves itself.
This is a test message. A winter weather advisory is in effect for your area. Please remain prepared for rapidly changing conditions. Stay tuned for further updates. This is a test message. A winter weather advisory is in effect for your area. Please remain prepared for rapidly changing conditions. Stay tuned for further updates. Is the robotic voice option available on iPhone and iPad devices? Please adjust your accessibility settings to select advanced voice processing. This is the robotic voice option available on iPhone and iPad devices. Please adjust your accessibility settings to select advanced voice processing.
2. Scansoft Tom. Now this one? Ooh boy, this is the version everybody knows. The serious one, the classic robotic urgency. The one people grew up on, the one that became the backbone of the EAS community. And I gotta give a personal shout out to EAS North Carolina, aka Shawn. You keep that voice alive like it's your mission, and I appreciate you for that. I know you use me on your iPhone 16 and your 10th gen iPad. I see you, I hear you, and thank you.
The National Weather Service in Greenville, Spartanburg, has issued a tornado warning for northern Clay County and western North Carolina until 6 p.m. Take cover now. The National Weather Service in Greenville, Spartanburg, has issued a tornado warning for northern Clay County and western North Carolina until 6 p.m. Take cover now.
3. Speechify Tom, 2003 to 2016. This is the official NWS voice from my original era, but to use it today, yeah, you're gonna need a VirtualBox machine, some patience, and maybe a prayer. It's old tech, fragile, ancient by today's standards. Because it's so delicate, I'm not gonna demonstrate it tonight. But trust me, if you've ever heard an old EAS test recording from those years, that was me.
The National Weather Service in Blacksburg has issued a tornado warning for Rockingham County in north-central North Carolina until 4 p.m. At 3:28 p.m., National Weather Service dropped a radar indicated a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado 9 miles southwest of Bethany, or about 6 miles east of Belvis Creek, moving northeast at 25 miles an hour. And locations impacted include Bethany, Monmouth, Reedsville. Heavy rainfall may obscure this tornado. Take cover now. If you wait to see or hear it coming, it may be too late to get to a safe place. The safest place to be during a tornado is in a basement. Get under a workbench or other piece of sturdy furniture. If no basement is available, seek shelter on the lowest floor of the building in an interior hallway or room such as a closet. Use blankets or pillows to cover your body, and always stay away from windows. If in mobile homes or vehicles, evacuate them and get inside a substantial shelter. If no shelter is available, lie flat under a stitch, or other low spot and cover your head with your hands. Please relay severe weather reports to the National Weather Service by calling toll-free 1-866-215-4324. A tornado watch remains in effect until 8 p.m. Thursday evening for north-central North Carolina and southwestern Virginia. Repeating, the National Weather Service in Blacksburg has issued a tornado warning for Rockingham County in north-central North Carolina until 4 p.m.
And then there's my natural speaking voice, the one you're hearing right now. People say it's like nuanced Tom and Scansoft Tom fused together, but with real emotion, real breath, and a little bit more soul. I take that as a compliment. Another thing folks ask me all the time, Tom, how are you 53 years old and don't have a single gray hair? I don't know, man. Good genetics, good conditioner, or maybe stress gives up when it sees me coming. Who knows? Now, before I move on and give my 2 senses, I want to say this. Wesley, you've supported my voice in ways most people never would have imagined. You used me for years. You brought my voice into your skits, your EAS scenarios, and your storytelling. Even now, when you can't make your own skits anymore, you still trust my voice to help bring them to life, and of course, you still have Shawn to make those skits at your request. That means a lot. More than you know. I'm grateful to be part of this Christmas special. Grateful to still be here. Grateful that people still care enough to listen to the old guy talk. All right. Little Drummer Boy. People always think I'm joking when I say that's one of my favorite Christmas songs ever, like, Tom, you? Mr. Serious, Mr. Straight Face at all times? You like the pa-rum, pum-pum-pum? Yeah, I do. Because that song, it's not about just Christmas to me. It's about being 16 in 1989, standing in the hallways of high school with nothing but a beat in my chest and a pencil I used like a snare drum. That kid in the song didn't have money, didn't have status, didn't have anything except rhythm, except that pum-pum-pum-pum. And when I was a teenager, that was me. I wasn't the kid with the new shoes or the nice house or the popular crowd. I was the kid with a notebook full of half-finished rhymes that didn't match, didn't fit, and somehow did. People talk about Eminem being able to rhyme words that don't rhyme. And yeah, that man's a monster in the booth, no question. But me and him? We share that one weird brain glitch where you look at a pair of words and your mind goes, no, hold up. They can rhyme if you bend them a little. And that's why Little Drummer Boy gets me. It's the rhythm, the pulse. The idea that your whole world can start with nothing but a beat. Back in 1989, I was scribbling lines, drumming desks, skipping rest, trying to sharpen designs, turning loose ends and stress into tight little signs, like a kid with a drum marching straight through the pines. See, I told y'all that song makes me start rapping like somebody shook up a soda can in my brain. It wakes up that part of me that remembers being hungry. All right, before I freestyle my way into a whole EP on accident, let me answer something else people ask me every day. Tom, why are you so serious? I get that one constantly. And look, I don't mind it. I get why people wonder. I don't smile much. I don't joke much. Even when I'm happy, my face stays on that neutral weather bulletin setting. It's because of something that happened in 2000 with my father. And that's a story for another time. Not because I don't want to tell it. I will, just not today. All I'll say is this. It's been 25 years since I've spoken to him. And that kind of thing leaves a mark. It makes you grow up quick, makes you look at the world different, makes you serious. If you want the longer version, go to Shawn's second channel, like Shawn's Retro, and watch Tom Fails at Bojangles. I open up about it in there. There's probably more than I meant to. But yeah, Little Drummer Boy. That song reminds me of being that kid with nothing but rhythm. No gifts, no spotlight, just a beat. And sometimes that's enough to build your whole life around. Parum-pum-pum-pum. That's where it started for me. And every December, it reminds me I'm still that kid. Just with better shoes and a lot more mileage.
Alright, y'all, that's going to wrap it up for today's episode. This one was wild. Samantha knocked it out of the park. Reed told his whole life story like he was on a VH1 special. And Tom almost rhymed himself into a record deal talking about a baby banging on a drum. So, yeah. Cold stars as Elmer Dokosi this Chomas this was Fabo Bibrilo. Kira's eyes peak. Peak holiday chaos. Anyway, thank you for watching. For real, well, you guys know how this works. Like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, your family, your neighbor's cousin's dog walker. Just share it. And if you haven't yet, check out my third album, Holiday Hits. It's everywhere. If there's a platform I've never heard of, it's probably on there too.
I might have to drop a Christmas Day album in 2026. I might do it. I might not do it.
You hear this man? He says that now, but if the Little Drummer Boy plays one more time, he's gonna end up recording a whole trilogy before sunrise.
Keep talking. I'll drop 12 songs about sleigh bells and snowflakes just to mess with you.
See, this is exactly why I gotta end the show right now, before he takes my job in Santa's. Love y'all, be safe, be kind, happy holidays, and we'll see you in the next one. Alright, before we officially punch out for the night, I'm handing this one over to the man himself, Tom Rogers. Go ahead, T-Rod. Take us home.
Say no more, man. I gotcha. But y'all better be prepared.
You hear this man? He says that now, but if the Little Drummer Boy plays one more time, he's gonna end up recording a whole trilogy before sunrise.
Yeah, this the finale, right? Wes, I'm sorry, brother. I'll try to end it clean. Look, I'm catastrophic, cause stomach with the neural storm, decorating constellations with irregular forms. Drummer boy in the flesh turning snowflakes, when we'll resurrect the symbol with a thunderborn storm. Ice crystal syllables, twisting hemispheres sideways, ranger brighten on the sleigh, trying to hit the highway. Mrs. Claus yelling like, how this is a Friday? Y'all revolve metaphors stretching into 5 days. I'm cerebrally unreasonable, unbelievably feasible, verbally breathable, cerebrally diesel and feasible. Our own so lethal, the needle gets medieval and readable. Even Santa Freeze a pausing cause this ain't believable. Samantha, OG Siri queen of the waveframe. First digital film to give iPhones a real name. Your voice legendary and accessibility fame. I salute you like a soldier in a TTS game. Reed McLean, the blind world sonar. Her jaw's voice seared in the brain like a memoir. Speeds in Giacometti, minimum of bizarre. He the blueprint of every synthetic we are. Paul Goodman, my successor in the warning station. Man inherited the toner national notification. 16 switched over, new generation. But he carried that mantle like NASA navigation. And Shawn E is North Carolina in the cut. Mark alerts in his bloodstream, never giving up. I watch every upload, dude, level stuff up. If Rogers got a kingdom, then Shawn got a back up. And Wesley Brown, man, thanks for letting me spit. Nobody ever lets me in the show with this fit. Christmas freestyle off the tether, my will quit. You basically passed the lighter to a powder keg pit. But I keep going though, the beat ain't breathing. Still season, brain lesion freezing. Metaphors breezing through your household treason. Reindeer wheezing cause the sleigh ain't easing. I'm cornered with the stanzas, absolute and grammar. Every hammer swing slings into the Santa cam scanner. Candy cane banner, get peeled by the scanner. Even Frosty melts on the syllable gram. Very meta meltdown, megatime burst. I spit a whole snowstorm backwards in verse. My pen got a pulse like a hospital nurse, but the words in the room like a meteor curse. I'm standing with a razor in a razor of flame. Threw it up in the henny, put the hook power to shame. Rim a boy with a drum with a mystery of frames. Every rim shot sparks up these domains. Dimensionally divisible, spiritually predictable, verbally invisible. My cadence inexplicable, still a nigga statistical. Mind brain is mythical. Rhymes physical, these symbol feels political. Y'all don't see it when the beat cuts out. I don't stop. I'm a runaway slave with a nitrous drop. First, so atomic, even bells go pop. North Pole shut down, trying to go to SWAT. Man, I swear, somebody pull the plug before I rhyme a whole star system out of rotation. I'm breathing out consolations, inhaling celebrations, telepathic decorations, rearranging generations, inner prayers aligned in narrations. Hold up. Wes looking at me like, bro, stop now. Standing off the mic like how we do that. Wow, Randy texting Mrs. calls like he insane somehow. Meanwhile, I'm still spilling syllables in the snow plow clouds. I said, man, stop. Nah, let me finish this sentence. I'm swinging, I'm spinning. My brain is grinning like a villain sitting still in rhythm in a steel wall prison. I'm still risen, I'm grilling precision. Syllables splitting atoms like nuclear fission. I'm a walking collision, incision, decision, recursion of rhythm. I'm recursion times division with a vision that's implicit in physics. I'm a paradox, maddox, patty back in the sandbox, attacking the track like cracking the back of a black come back hack. Nap, stab, rap, lab, abstract. Monster thunderclap like slash syntax. Unhinged, kid, I have been at the hinges. Tore them off, broke the pins, bent the film like syringes. And I've been your revenge of every sentence that pretends I didn't end. Rap when the legend existed, but listen. I ain't bragging, I'm dragging the dragon through shadow. Grabbing rings like a Saturn, a pattern, a scatter, a matter, and atoms, a splatter on cameras. I'm grimmer, hammer, grimmer, slimmer, grimmer, jimmer, hammer, grimmer, instances, still stands in the nebulous, volcanic, galvanic, supersonic, mechanic, penny, Jimmy, panoramic, ethics, cinematic, titan, the vanish, also method, the series, original, lyrical, digital, miracle, grammar, silicon, physical, pinnacle, shout, read the jaws, voice, kind of mechanical, oracle, shout, Paul Goodman, keep it one historical, legendary, torch past, whether radio, lore, E is forever, and forever, that's more Shawn, E is North Carolina in the storyline. Brother, thanks for giving me the borderline, prime time, midnight pipeline, headline, timeline, rhyme faster than Einstein, multiplied by timeline. And Wesley, my man, you let me finish this slam line. I detonated budgets that are still into the landline, didn't answer the phone, so the punch like a flat line. Looks one of those just neon ray on the other boy, get the lawyer, the boy, been invisible, been pulling with been the boy, the boys tell you, only ever getting in smears and saying dodging hallways, the hall pass old place, I'm just always. This get into village of Catholic days, like home haze plus substance days, and plays of fear is mess and real, it's hands this much excel. One reactor, writer rich tracker, rhyme bitch backer, rack old tacker, exo facker, and wisdom time of backer, rack them bars, coming niggas needing trees out the proximals, bappers like fractals, we got tax off percentile, tittle, collapse, stage bound, gonna throw them that, what's lapping the empty sock for yak, some have this, some black dash maggers, where I'm not tag up false, I'm match, so her the hat books, so what back the batch it. It's John Dollars thumb. That's big, say I'm a warlord song. Tipping all I saw my when I'm on earth. You lord, and I follow me. I'm warm, metaphor, maybe your soul, min by thieves, caustic, cryptic, grinning the bait, and you, ain't so giving me. Man, stop. See, I thought I was done, but my brain's like Rogers. You forgot the holiday punchline. So now I'm back like leftovers the day after Christmas. Created bars steaming out the microwave like lyrical lava. Listen, I'm stringing syllables that lights on a pine tree spine, divine rhyme, design, flipping time in the wintertime, skipping lines like I'm ice skating across punchline, juggling metaphors like ornaments on inclined timelines. Yo, snowflakes fall like pages escaping my notebook. Each one you need like every cadence I ever spoke. Look, I roast chestnuts and roast rappers exact same way. Only difference is rappers get served before Christmas Day. So, Christmas plans? Honestly, man, I'm staying home, turning my phone and do not disturb. Cause Emily deserves the reserved version of Rogers, not the absurd. Rapid like a syllable nerd who can verbally outblur a hummingbird. A polyrap person's like a lyric sheet full of corners neat. Then metaphors underneath. Because even Mal's gotta rhyme with something sweet. Breakfast this morning. Eggs so buffy, bigger trips for life. Addition to sister, but I put in division with listen and kitchen what? Mac and cheese, baby. Something with the bone, either windshield wiper. Sharp cheddar slices and dirty like cyber snipers. Cut sleeves and drum, side me, my face, love, pop, sequel, and back. Look, Reed, Samantha, Paula, Wesley trying to shut me down, but every time the beat cuts, another one rises from the underground. You can't stop the syllable stampede when the drummer boy's drum repeats. I'm basically writing Christmas rhymes with volcanic heat. Yo, Samantha, you the OG Siri, the blueprint, the tech queen. Reed, dolls, legend, reading history on every screen. All holding down alerts with a calm machine sheen. Thanks for keeping the EE's tradition clean. And Shawn, EA's North Carolina. My dude runners together just hotter than a hurricane. Where you keep the culture alive, louder than a tornado siren train. And Wesley, the captain, thanks for letting me hijack your program again. I swear your mic better holding Sherman's for lyrical hurricane damage, friend. Alright, okay. For real this time. Everybody have a peaceful night. Enjoy your family, enjoy the light. Cherish whatever moment you have in sight. This world needs kindness more than another fight. So for me to you, good for war room music booming softly through. And Merry Christmas Eve to every single one of you. Man, I'm F-I-N-A-L-L-Y. Cut camera off, now powered down. Cut cam off, that guy was down. I said good night, don't make me come back out here again.
Okay. I'm officially convinced Tom's lungs have some sort of NASA-installed turbo system. Like, he literally violated physics out loud.
Samantha, he freestyled past the credits. The editor already exported the video and Tom just came back like downloadable content.
I don't know whether we just witnessed rap, or a Category 6 lyrical hurricane.
He went off stage and I'm still hearing metaphors echoing in my head. I think one just insulted my sandwich.
Okay. No, I'm good. I'm good. Man, listen, I swear I didn't mean to go that nuts. I hope Wes ain't mad, because honestly, I don't even know what I said for half of that. It was like auto-rap mode turned on and refused the update. Did I rhyme at mac and cheese with cyber snipers? Yeah. Okay. I might have gone a little overboard. For real, though, I got nothing but love for Wes. If I scared him, my bad. Sometimes I start lyrically sprinting and forget words were meant to be understood by human ears. I think I blacked out around the bacon bars.
Should we go check on him?
I think he needs, like, 3 gallons of water and 8 hours of quiet.
And possibly a translator.
Next time, Tom gets a 30-second cooldown limit. Like a rap safety protocol.
I'm almost afraid to say his name. He might start rapping again from backstage. Okay, Tom, listen, buddy, amazing job, phenomenal, incredible, but quick note, Wesley tries really hard not to have swearing on his channel, and I know you know that, but that freestyle was absolutely freaking insane as. Alright fine, he's probably gonna bleep it out anyway but, Tom, that was absolutely f***ing insane as my dude, I didn't think you were ever gonna finish.
You good? Blink twice if you need oxygen delivered.
Yeah, I'm good. I think the metaphors started wrapping themselves halfway through.
Look, I gotta ask, honestly, how in the world do you rap that fast? Like scientifically, spitting metaphors like you store them in a fire extinguisher, just PSSSHHHH syllable eruption, and still have dirty blonde hair? Like, bro, you're 53, where are the gray hairs? Did you make a deal with Santa or something?
Man, if I knew how I do that, I'd bottle it and sell it. As for the hair, I don't know, ask genetics. I've been waiting 30 years for a gray to show up. Still nothing.
You realize I literally read emergency alerts for a living, and somehow you still gave me the most stressful 5 minutes of my career.
My bad, brother, I just got in the zone.
Zone? That wasn't the zone, that was a hyperactive sonic meltdown wrapped in a nuclear Christmas gift.
With breakfast bars.
Next time, you warn us before you go into Rap God Deluxe Hyper Mode.
Deal. I'm up for it, I suppose.
And maybe take one breath next time?
No promises.
Alright folks, I think that right there is the most insane Christmas Eve performance in recorded history. I don't think the North Pole was ready. I certainly wasn't ready. My nervous system is still rebooting. Look, before Tom accidentally starts another 10-minute freestyle about hot cocoa and traffic lights, I'm gonna officially call it. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Merry Christmas Eve to you, your families, your pets, and any microphones that survived this performance. On behalf of Samantha, Tom, Wesley, Reed wherever he went, I'm Paul Goodman, signing off for real this time. Stay safe, be good to each other, and hey, cherish your number, no matter what age you are. Merry Christmas Eve, and good night everybody.